Afternoon, my fellow degenerate gamblers. My name is Brady. I am starting a new podcast slash webcam and whatnot about sports betting. I'm very into it, and I want to start doing it full time now. Um, I have hit over $1,000 and out of 20 bucks just into it, $1,000 profit so far, and making even more every day. Starting to do NHL, starting to do NBA, and stuff like that. So I'll be doing every day. I'll try to go on stream and write and make some bets with you guys, and hopefully we can get some interaction. Um, I'm very excited for this company and this page to come up. So hopefully we can blast off. Um, for today, we're gonna do a couple NHL bets and then a couple, probably one best bet and then one NBA bet as well. So just getting started, I'll explain my reasonings and stuff like that. So I'm going to go my NHL one first for the Edmonton Oilers and the Washington Capitals over 5.5 goals. I think that is a very strong play because those two teams are very high scoring, high powered offenses, especially on the penalty and the power play. They're very high scoring offenses with McDavid, Draisaitl, and you got Ovechkin as well on the other side. So I assume this one will be over 5.5 goals. So you could book that there. I also got the Minnesota Wild plus 1.5 on the goal differential. I think they have a very good matchup trend against the Carolina Hurricanes. They're at home. They play really well at home. They have a ton of studs on that team. So I think that's going to be the best matchup of the spread, um, and it's a very good line as well, 1.5. And then I'm going to take the under 6.5 for Calgary versus Buffalo. Both these teams are struggling so far. They got really one player on each team that is very good with Tage Thompson on the Buffalo Sabres. So I'm expecting this one to go low. Very good defenses as well and very good tenders as well. So they should be going low. And then our over 6.5 goals, Boston and Anaheim. I think both of them have very good power plays as well. I was a little nervous picking this one just because Boston and Anaheim, they not really in the same conference or anything like that. Also, it's a very late game for Boston after a couple games that they were skidding on. So we'll see. We hope Pastrnak can ratchet it up. That is a $2 play to make $17. So very good odds, very safe bets, but very good bets as well. My kind of my thing is to put a little bit of money to make a lot of money. Um, I mean that's not crazy, but we're also just getting into the NHL and NBA, so I'm not betting the house on that like I would on NFL. So this also might not be a great video to start off with if I'm not throwing that much money around. So leading into that second one, we're gonna go mostly player props for the NHL games. Since we did a bunch of lines and stuff like that, we're gonna do some player props, which I think is better, and that's what I strong suit myself on. Um, and we are gonna do uh, Nazim Kadiri, 3 shots on goal. He's one of their best players on Calgary, so I'm assuming that he will get the puck. It's a very good play. Every every leg of this play leans on high volume players, high usage players that are in favorable matchups. So it is very good to have that. Also, that is a very safe bet. He's averaging 4 shots on goal, and his line at 4 shots on goal is plus 120. But we're gonna go 3 shots on goal minus 210, and we're gonna bank it off of some other players. Our next one is gonna be Kirill Kaprizov, 1 point or more. So we're just trying to get him a point. That's again minus 275. Very, very strong leg. Again, he is one of those favorable guys that has high volume numbers. They're at home. They score a lot at home. I'm taking them plus 1.5 as well. So he needs to get going. He needs to get a point. Or in order for them to even have a chance at that game. So I'm betting on him getting 1 point, which I think is a very safe pick. And then I got Jacob Chichurin, shots on goal, 3. He plays for the Capitals. He's a good defenseman. He's always on that power play with Ovi, getting some shots, getting set up by all of his players. He's a very, very consistent player. Been getting 3 shots on goal, 4 shots on goal every single game for the past couple of weeks. So I'm taking him. I'm riding the hot hand with that. And then the last one as Liam Draisaitl over a point. He's one of their top guys on their power play. I think the power play is going to be strong. I'm going to think taking the 5.5 on the over. So we are going to really, really gas that up, and hopefully we get some good return. It's about $3 parlay to make about $17. Again, really, really conservative on the money spending, mainly just because low volume with the money and higher reward. Like, we're gonna get some good stuff and get him going for the NFL season, NFL week, and the college football week coming up this weekend. So we're trying to get some safe bets in this week, so we can parlay that into the weekend, and make some money. And our last matchup before we get into the best bets, our last matchup is going to be our NBA, with a high scoring Cleveland game against the Houston Rockets at Cleveland. A couple of them coming on for rest. Donovan Mitchell playing out of his mind. Very good for Şengün. He's a very good four man and or center when he plays a small ball rotation. KD always popping. So I'm going over 230.5 alternate spread. That's about minus 141. I think that's a very conservative spread. That's average. That's like 115 each. And I think they're going way over that. I think it will probably be around 240. So hopefully we hit that very nicely. And then I've got a Zion Williamson plus points, rebounds, and assists. I have him at 25. Again, very conservative line. He's been very, very good with his points and rebounds. The only thing I have trouble with him on is assists. I think the points and rebounds will carry him over that line, with the assists adding some additional safety. So I think that is a very good line. It's very conservative odds. It is 248. And then I got Minnesota on the spread against the Washington Wizards, minus 10.5. Again, that matchup is a great matchup for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards playing at a very, very high level. Julius Randle as well. He's been playing super, super good. And again, the Washington, not very good. They really struggle a lot, especially against teams in the West. So putting that, again, another conservative odds. I think they have them at minus 16.5, and I don't want to take that. That's way too aggressive of a line. And if it hits, it hits. Great, but we know that we have that very conservative line at that 10.5, and we can get some money going in the bank. That's what we really want. Getting some money going in the bank. Low risk, high reward. 4-leg parlays all around that we're doing, and we're winning over 12, over 15, over $18 tonight. And we're gonna have that for our Thursday night pick, and then our Sunday nights, our Sunday picks as well, our best bets and stuff like that. And the last thing is Josh Giddey, points, rebounds, and assists over 30. Very, very conservative line. He is, I think, playing on a back-to-back day, and he's off in Portland, so very late game for the Chicago Bulls. But Giddey, again, he's done really well again with Chicago. He kind of struggled in OKC, getting it going with all their studs there, but I think he's found that groove. and this is a very conservative parlay, plus 320 odds. Overall, we're putting in $3 to make 12.5 dollars. Again, very very good. These two, the player props averaging way higher than that. The Wizards suck. So yeah, we're gonna go free pick, free best bet of the day. Um, we're gonna stick with that, and we're gonna go a little bit higher because I know that I think we're gonna make a lot of money on this. So we're gonna put $15. Should make us around $50. And We're gonna tail my bet again with the over 5.5 goals for the Oilers and the Capitals at 7 o'clock tonight, and then we're gonna go Jacob Chichurin over 1.5. Very much conservative on the shots on goal, but we know he's gonna hit two. He should be hitting three. So those are our best bets, and then the Timberwolves to hit that spread again, that minus 10.5 spread. I think we're gonna hit that really really well. Um, Again, totally optional for you guys to place these bets. I think that this is gonna be a quicker video. Um, Hopefully, I'll have one of my buddies come on here as well. We're both really really good into gambling. We look at lines. I'm a sports management major. I look at trends. I look at stats. Look at everything. So I've been making a lot of money. Again, like I said, putting in $20 at the beginning of the season of the NFL, and I've already made over $1,000. I mean, that is very, very good, and I've been taking it small steps at a time, and then now I'm hitting big ones. So there's more to come. Again, tomorrow we're gonna have a very, very good Thursday night prop bet. I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go Thursday. We're gonna do the spread or a game pick, and then we're gonna go a same game parlay, and then we're gonna do our little sneaky ones like our first touchdown or anytime touchdown score to hit big, just one leg. I think that's gonna be the best that we could do. Tomorrow's matchup, Texans versus Bills. It's gonna be very exciting. So tune in tonight again for these games. Watch the games. Again, this is gonna be a little bit interactive. Hopefully, I can get it on maybe like a Twitch account or something like that, um, so I can have you guys interact with my followers, commenters. When you comment on this video, make sure you go to our Discord. I'll put the link in the bio. It's one of my buddies' Discord, but there's my picks as well on there. It's called Brady's Best Bets as well. So you guys should take a look at that. I'll put the link in my bio of my YouTube account, and hopefully Austin, who is my buddy, is gonna start coming on doing little podcasts, little web whatever with me as well, so we can get this up and running. I think it's going to be a really good opportunity for us, and I'm very excited. So again, appreciate you guys liking, commenting, tailing those bets. We're going to hit big tonight, and then we're going to put that all on tomorrow's game, with our picks and stuff. Make sure we're dialed in. Maybe have a couple beers tonight. It's a Wednesday. Who gives a fuck? Good NFL or NHL games, good NBA games on today's slate, and then we'll start firing some college football. Maybe come playoff time, we're firing NFL this weekend. Very excited. So make sure we stay tuned, and thank you guys for tuning in.